All right, guys, subscribe, like the content, share my videos. Send this video to someone that could use this, someone who's just starting in their sales career, someone who just got their insurance license, someone that just said that I want to do, the most, recent MLM, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're going to need help selling. This video is going to be, why do people buy? Why? I always ask, why do they buy? Why buy? It's very simple. They have to have interest. All of this interest comes from right here. So trigger. The trigger is they see something, hear something, smell something, a life event happens, marketing happens, you name it. Something occurs to trigger interest. Say, Nick, why didn't you put that at the top? I'm going to get to that because this is a really important thing. They have to have interest. Once they're interested in whatever the product, service, whatever it is, it goes into two categories instantly in their brain. Do you want it? Do you need it? And you may think, oh, I want to be in the need category. Absolutely not. People do what they want. They don't do what they need to. Most of America is fat because they need to diet. They don't want to diet. The only time I lose weight is when I want to diet. Comment below if you agree. People do what they want. So you want something, you want it to be in the want category, but even that's not the most important. It helps. And that's part of being a good salesperson is you position it as a want, even if it is a need. For example, I sell life insurance. It is a need for most people, but they got to want it to buy it. Once it gets broke down in their brain into a want or a need, two mechanisms fire off. Is it going to be an emotional thing or a logical thing? What do I mean by that? Is this a charged situation? Is there emotion that happens? Are they revved up about it? Are they excited? Are they certain? Are they, ready to make a decision? Or are they logical? They have to step back and think about it, gather all the information. That's really just a stall. Most people, they think they're going to get more information or that some magical situation is going to change or they're not susceptible to whatever just happened. Trust me, it's bogus. Just push through that. And we're going to go over that in another video. Brings you back to the trigger. Once they're initially triggered, is that trigger strong enough that once this process has tiered down, so I'll put it right here at the top as the little t, once that trigger processes, is that trigger big enough and strong enough to promote a little action? Are they going to call you? Are they going to do something? Once that's occurred, that's where I always say I put the word close here. Let me restart that a little better. I'm going to put the word sale process. If I could spell, we'll be all right. Sales process will begin because they've already had this breakdown in their mind. As the sales agent, you are just walking them through what's already happened, or you're walking them down a better path that results in the sale. So, for example, for this, just work with me, the trigger occurs. We'll say I sell life insurance. Someone they like, know, and care about has passed away. They see the effect that has on the family. That's a strong trigger. Now they have interest and they decide instantly, I need this. And then they go down the logical path, or we'll say we do something good. We'll say they go down the emotional path. They're upset about it. And then they come right back to the trigger and they think, all right, I'm interested. I need it. I see how it handles the family. They take the reassessment and they call an agent. This process just restarts. So we have to say, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, are you looking for this for yourself or someone else? I'm interested in this for myself. Okay, great. We have to establish, is it a want or a need? I, as an excellent salesperson, are going to put it in the want category. You don't need this money. You want life insurance to protect your family. They can tell me, I'll ask them, why now? They're going to tell me someone recently passed away. So I know, as an intuitive person, they probably are at a high emotional state. So I want to feed into that and say, what's your family going to do if something happens to you. Once we check the box of emotion, we want to move into logic. XYZ, Mr. Homeowner, I am an insurance broker. I look at all these things. I look at all these carriers. I do all the shopping for you, so you don't have to get 50 estimates. You don't have to talk to 50 people just like me. I'll do the price comparison right now. It's all the same no matter who you call. I'll help you pick one that A, will accept you, get you underwritten, 2, or B, will pay and is a good rated company. We don't want something that's questionable. And if there's any riders and options, we can take care of, pre-need. Say you're in a hospital bed and they say you got 12 months to live. Could you use any money? Will that be a big deal? Absolutely. If you get disabled, would they waive your premium? That's a big deal. Logically, they're doing their shopping, they're getting their estimates, and if that sounds like something we could get squared away, it's as cheap as it's ever going to be right now, because you're not going to get healthier. You're not going to get younger. You're not going to most likely, quit smoking. It's very unlikely. Possibly, maybe, but not likely. So now I just hit all the logical buttons, and then I come right back to the trigger. So, remember we were talking today, you said XYZ passed away? How did that make you feel? Did you worry about your family? Do you want that stress to be on them? We're right back here. And we close. It's very simple. You just walk them through this this little chart is the simplest thing. You basically go from trigger to interest to need or want. Emotion, logic, and then you go right down to trigger. The reason you bring it back is they have to know why they're doing it. If they know why they're doing it, why they want or need it, and then they decide that they want to do it, it's a done deal. If they just think, oh, I really need to do this, they'll put it off. I'll do it later. I need to do it later. I know I've talked to so many people on the phone, thousands of prospects, thousands, and they need to do something, but they don't. They want to wait. They want to wait even though they need it. That's crazy. People don't take medication because they need it. They take medication because they want to live. Big distinction. And as a salesperson, you need to get that in your head. If you can start looking at things from want and need, it's huge. Makes a huge difference. People do what they want. People will put off what they need to do. Very simple. If you have any questions about that, comment below. If you need any help with scripts or wording, this is just a 10,000 foot view of a very in-depth process. Let me know below in the comments. Please like and subscribe and share this video to someone that might be struggling in sales. They probably don't know the difference between wants and needs.